Welcome to the Professor Josiah Oduor Show. Thanks for listening me, taking time from your busy schedule to listen to me. So today I'll be addressing a question. When should a woman get married? That's a question I was asked by someone, a young lady. I said a woman can get married whenever she wants because that's her human rights. All over the world, women get married when they want. But, there's a big but. When you want a successful life as a woman, you should be get married by 30 years. So I'm assuming you have gone to college or whatever, your university, or you have done some training. Once that is over, you take that certificate to give it to your parents. You tell them, thanks for educating me or to taking me to college, taking of me, but now I'm going to my husband or boyfriend. Then by 23 or 21, you have started your life. By the time you are 35, you are through with giving birth. Then you cannot focus on other goals. Instead of waiting when you are 30s, that's when you try to start to remember your family, which is very difficult. I know women who are in their 30s, there is suffering. So if you are a bright woman, by the time you are 30, you should already be married. So back to the question, when should a woman get married? I would say by 30 years, you are through. You are through with it. I want to talk about the men. Men have always been spoken to. They know when they will get married because a man is born to be a leader, is a lion in the jungle. And also is also a woman. A woman is also a lioness in the jungle. So for me, a woman should get married by 30 years. By 35, she's through with giving birth. Then she can focus on her goals, start a business, get a job under her husband. A woman should not work for another man. She should be self-employed. She can use her skills training so that now she can take care of her children. She'll be there for her children as they grow up. So back to the question, a woman should get married by 30 years. Once you are past 30, things become difficult because you are above your prime. Look at Messi and Ronaldo. They are in their 30s. They are beyond their sell-by date. But when they were in their 20s, oh my word, Messi and Ronaldo were the best thing in the world. They were the players that everyone would look up to. They had magic, just like a woman. When you are 20s, when it comes to things of birth, a child upbringing, you are on top of your game. You are top notch. But as you go into your 30s, the curve declines slowly and slowly. So if you're a woman listening to me, by the time you reach 30, you should have gotten married to a nice man who is stable, who can provide you with the basic needs, and you move on. So by 30 years, if you are a woman, you sure you have already married. Don't listen to these socialites. Some of them in their late 30s are really suffering. They are lonely. They have dogs or pets as their partners. But if you get married early, you have a good life. Your children will celebrate you. Your grandchildren will celebrate you when you are in your 40s and 50s. So if you are a woman by 30, you sure you have already found a man. And even if you get him earlier, in your early 20s, it's better. Instead of waiting until you're in your 40s, then start worrying, going to church to pray and to look for. No, you had the chance to get a man in your prime. In your prime. That time is like bread, fresh bread. You are fresh. You can even give birth to 10 children or even 6, it doesn't matter. Because your body is strong enough. That's what God intended you for. So you marry early. If you are a young woman, you are in college, don't every weekend jumping from one place to another, drinking, destroying your body. Keep it holy. Find that man. By the time you are 30, you have already finished things of children. Then you move to the next stage for your career goals. Be self-employed. Don't work for another man. The only man you should work for is your husband. And your marriage will stay for many years. It will be successful. In fact, it will stay for your lifetime. But don't be these career women. By the time they wake up one day, they are 40. No husband, no children. All their relatives are married. Even her girlfriends, maybe they are married. They look lonely. The only thing they have is their cars. Or maybe they have a house, they've done investment, which is very good. I support women investing in themselves. But now you have a big house, maybe Uko Kitengela, a big, very house with many rooms, even 5 rooms, and you are lonely. The only thing you have is that small dog, Bosco. You go, Bosco, cook, come here, Bosco. No. But when you marry early, by the time you are reached 40, you have worked with your husband, you have bought properties, you are sitting, maybe during holiday, you have taken a holiday to wherever, to Mombasa or Malindi, you are sitting in the sun, this is the sunset, you are in your late 40s or 50s, and you say, man, this man brought me here. Yeah? He made me who I am. He made me to achieve. He made me to a better person. But don't be a career woman. You're in your late 50s. You're moving around with small boys. The way I see here. Here in Nairobi, small boys in their 20s moving around with women in their 40s. Women who, the people who are used to date them when they're in colleges, now they're in their 60s, 70s. They're retired old men, old geezers. We'd call them, back in the day, we used to call them old geezers or sugar daddies. Now someone is in his 60s, 70s. Now this woman is in 40s, 50s looking for young boys, 20, early 30s. That's sickness. You are a woman. You should get, the man should always be older than you. Don't be like this Ben 10, that now I'm a young man. Those boys will leave you. When they reach 40s, they'll want to have children. I'm telling you, there's no man who wants to pass 50 years without children. At all, even the ones who marry late. By 50, they will have a family. You can take that to the bank. By 50, most men, 99.9%, even if wherever they are, in what career, they will always have someone. Even if they hide it. You by 50, a woman now, is that time you should be preparing your daughter to have grandchildren. That now you are a career woman in your 40s. Now you are looking for young boys in your 20s, Ben 10s. Seriously? So that's just what I want to talk to. Keep on listening to me, to the Professor Dor Show, and we'll be focusing things that will empower women to reach the next level in their careers and in their lives. God bless.